glasses are small.
Yeah, and they're crumple free.
האורחת שלנו הפעם היא הפסנתרנית המדהימה יוג'ה וואנג. שלום יוג'ה, אני האו.
Shalom. Arik.
Tell me, Yuja, I called you this morning at 9 o'clock and you were still in a dream. Yesterday on stage with Israel Philharmonic. Which concerto?
Rock 3.
Oh. And what was the encore?
Carmen.
I watched you on YouTube and you are a terrific encore player.
Yeah.
Do you love to play encores?
Sometimes, yes. Especially when I played the Rock 3 yesterday was the 7th time. Yeah.
How do you... yeah, so you changed the encore. 7
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
That's fantastic.
At least that's free.
Yeah, 7 times the same concerto, but each time a different encore. How do you decide for the encore?
I'm just the mood in that moment.
Is it in a contrast to the concerto, or is it in one line?
It depends. Yesterday with the Carmen, it's just, yeah, in one line, just let me fight until the end. But most of the time I play something soft and more intimate, relaxing, and more personal in the end, after the showy concerto. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we discussed it once with Fima Bronfman, whom you love very much, and I love him as much. And I advised him to play the small Scarlatti D minor sonata after Rack Third.
Yeah.
Same key, but completely different mood.
Yeah. I just realized I have lots of D minor encores. I have the Prokofiev Toccata. I have Gershwin in Spinat by Schubert. This transcription is D minor, and it's really beautiful aria by Gluck. It's also in D minor, so I'm set for Rock 3.
You don't play many encores when you perform with orchestra. It's unfair to keep them on stage for such a long time.
I know.
But on the other hand, I'm sure that they are even more fascinated because they can see you from
Yeah, they can
closer.
actually hear me.
Your next CD with Deutsche Grammophon is going to be?
It's called Fantasia, and it's encore.
Just
stuff.
encore?
Well, short pieces. Yeah.
What is the secret of encores? Must they be virtuoso? Must they be shining? What makes a piece a good encore?
Well, I think a piece that can capture the moment, just a glimpse of the impression of anything I'm trying to convey. So on this recording, I still give a structure because it's like 18, 19 tracks. So I still have a structure of all the encores together. But each one is just a memory, I guess, a fragrance or a smell or a very nice moment, I guess.
and come to think of it, for chamber music or orchestral works, they don't have miniatures.
Exactly.
Only we, the pianist, we have the miniatures.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Schumann pieces. Yeah.
The whole world in 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Or Webern.
in 1 minute. What was your encore last night?
It's a Carmen Fantasy.
And may I ask you to play for us the Carmen Fantasy?
Wow, this is going to be the first time I'm playing it before noon, so
Okay.
Let me try. You want which version?
Yuja, that was really fantastic, terrific. When we discussed the Carmen, you asked me, do you want me to play the White House version? What do you mean the White House version?
Well, when I was recording it, my producer had a White House version of Carmen.
Yeah, but what do you mean by...
It's a lot simpler. I guess when he played in White House, he...
No, but you have to explain it from the very beginning. Who made the arrangement?
Oh, yes, Horowitz.
Yeah.
Horowitz.
Horowitz, yes. Vladimir Horowitz. And it was never written, actually. He just played it. He never wrote it.
Yeah, exactly. And someone else wrote it for him after he played. And, yeah.
Yeah, and he played it in different places.
He played all different notes.
And every time differently.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you say the White House version, you meant the way he played it?
In the White House.
In the White House. You can write for yourself your own transcriptions.
Sometimes.
Would you be able to play for us one of your transcriptions?
Well, I did this really long Celsius Apprentice of Duca, which is, it's like 11 minutes. I was thinking of cutting the piece, but for me that piece is, it's from the Disney Fantasia, so I had the storyline, so I couldn't cut anything.
So you remember it from childhood?
Yes.
The orchestration is huge, so how could you make this implementation into the 10 fingers?
I just pretend.
And many colors.
Yeah.
When did you compose it or arranged it?
Well, sort of in September.
Last September.
Because my Carnegie debut was in October, I remember, like right before Halloween, so I wanted to play that for encore. And that's why my CD is called Fantasia, because of that connection.
So many of the encores on the CD are written by Horowitz and other, and one is written by Yuja Wang.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to hear it. Just the beginning of it. You may stop any place you wish.
Okay. Well, the beginning. So on and so on when he's making magic, and then.
Yuja, that's really fantastic. You know what I've been thinking?
Yeah.
That, for instance, you play it one day in the White House, and then a young pianist will play it as encore and say, that was yuja's wang White House version. This is slightly too long for encore, so
yes.
you have to
cut it. Yeah.
To cut it.
Yeah.
You know, Rubinstein loved to play encores. He said that it is like in life. You have the main dish and then the encore period. When you
I had the encore first.
Yeah. When you play recital, how many encores can you play?
Depends. In Carnegie, I did 4. And in Side Playa in Paris, I think I did 4 or 5. I can't remember.
And do you increase the energy or do you make up and down?
Yeah, I do contrast, I think. Yeah.
Can you play for us some slow encore piece?
Sure. Yeah, this one is my favorite. It's on a disc, and I heard it actually through the Rachmaninoff recording. And I don't really have the music, so it's kind of like my own transcription as well. It's Gluck from the opera Orfeo and Eurydice. It's an area when he looked back and she's gone, so it's pretty sad.
And it is so
and it's D minor.
Sad. It is so sad that we get wet eyes always.
Yes. So here he goes.
Thank you, Yuja. You really touched my heart. You know, when I think of you, I always feel that you bring joy to the concert hall. You are such a cheerful person in nature and also the way you play. And all of a sudden I see that you can
the other side.
you can make my eyes wet. Do you love sad music?
I love it. I love minor music more than major, for sure.
But you play more the excitement, the major.
Yeah, more passion, yeah.
You know, today we look at young pianists and they all make suffering faces and play with so much expression and so much depth. And how about the joy?
Yeah, how about the joy?
How about the joy?
I remember I just saw a movie, I can't remember, but it was saying, I don't care what you do, but do it for joy.
Oh, yes. Yes, and you know, think of Beethoven. How many minor sonatas he wrote? Not so many.
Yeah.
For each Moonlight Sonata he wrote...
That's why I only played 2 Mozart concertos.
Yeah. Which concerti did you play of Mozart?
The 2 minor ones.
That's really cute. That's really cute. In the 19th century, there were the only 2 existing Mozart concerti.
Exactly.
Who are the conductors you love to play with, speaking of concerti?
Let's see. Well, there's I worked with Claudio Abbado. That's my 3rd CD, and I did Prokofiev 3 and Bach 2 and Paganini, so it was quite amazing. Antonio Papano. I really had lots of joy working with him. I did Bartok 2 with him.
And with Abbado, Claudio Abbado.
Yeah.
Claudio. How many rehearsals you need for?
He has a reputation of rehearsing a lot.
That's what I'm asking. And yuja has a reputation of non-rehearsing at all.
I'm the Gergiev style. Yes.
And you did with him your last CD.
It was very nerve-wracking because it was, we did rehearsals, I think 2 or 3, but only 1 concert.
So this is a live recording?
It's a live concert,
A live recording? A live recording?
Yeah. He prefer live recording because there's certain excitement you don't get from studios. And I do too, actually, frankly, because I started performing like half a year after I started playing piano, whereas recording was only happened 2 or 3 years ago with your Deutsche Grammophon. So it's more natural and organic for me, the concerts. Yeah.
Yeah. And we would like to watch now, the 2 of us, on YouTube, a piano concerto that you play.
Okay.
To see Yuja playing with orchestra, with 1 rehearsal, or maybe almost no rehearsal.
Yes.
So let's watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
prefer it with orchestras, or do you want to be alone on stage?
Both. With orchestra, it's more actually more relaxing, I think.
A recital.
Yeah.
To start from the very beginning on your own on stage, but you can build it. You can create.
Yeah, there's more freedom for sure, and it's more a personal journey, I guess. And I choose the repertoire, I choose the timing, I choose everything. it's almost like I'm the director. Whereas with orchestra, it's more a feeling of ensemble playing. I like it more because when I'm on the road, I get lonely, so that feels better.
You mentioned Gretchen am Spinnrad. Would you play for me just a little bit, just the beginning of Gretchen?
Yes, I love the beginning.
Speaking
of loneliness.
Of loneliness in B minor. Loneliness in B minor.
There's so many ways of playing this. It could be so anxious, it could be very sad and lonely, so it depends on the mood, I guess. I have to play the whole thing.
Thank you, Yuja, and thank you for not stopping. That was really wonderful, just wonderful. And I must not tell you that there is this single moment that she stops using the Spinnrad. And this moment is the moment of the kiss.
Yes.
When she remembered the kiss, then she cannot do anymore anything. And when you played this piece, I felt throughout that I hold my breath and my heart was with you. And I thank you so much for doing it. And I thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you, Yuja.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yuja Wang. Thank you. You are wonderful. Thank you.